Okay, so now I'm joined by the lovely Kristina Linder. Hello, Kristina.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
So you're originally from Finland?
From Finland and Sweden.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
when did you actually decide to come to the UK then?
I came here in 2000 because I got into a drama school, Drama Centre London.
Was that always your dream then, to do acting? And
it was on and off, yes. It was my dream, and then I tried to get into a school in Finland and nearly got in, didn't pass the last stage of the auditions, got fed up, tried something else, and then eventually decided, no, that's what I want to do.
So when you say you tried something else, something completely different, not with acting or performing?
Yes, I was always performing. I never stopped really, but I also studied in the university, and yes.
What was it like though, coming to a new country then, to sort of, even though you're following a dream, but it must have been pretty scary moving somewhere else. What was that like for you?
Well, you know, in your early 20s, you're not that scared of things, so you just go for it. Well, that's what I was like. I was very adventurous. But yes, of course, it was a new culture. The mentality was different. I thought my English was fantastic, which I later discovered maybe wasn't. But I missed all the jokes, basically.
Oh, yeah.
In class, I remember I was in Drama Centre London, people were telling jokes, and you know, the English humour is very quick, very dry, and you know, suddenly the whole class would erupt in laughter, and I would go, what happened? What happened?
Well, actually, I was born here, and sometimes I don't understand the jokes, so don't worry about it.
So yeah, it took a while to get used to it.
Okay, so then you did your course and everything here. What did you do after that? Did you get into acting straight away after that?
Yes, I was very lucky because I got a job in Sweden, so I moved back to Stockholm for some time. Yeah.
But did you get used to it over here though? Did you like it?
I did get used to it. So once I was offered a job in theatre in London again, I decided to come back because it just felt like home.
Oh. So tell us about some of the things that you've done with acting and singing actually.
I've been doing television. I was in a BBC TV series called 15 Stories High. I'm currently working on a feature film, which is an international production.
Wow.
And
that must be exciting.
It's very, very exciting. And lots of films, voiceovers, theatre. I've been singing jazz as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, like in acting, and I've heard from other people in the industry as well, they say it can be pretty tough sometimes, especially when you're not picked for certain roles that maybe you want to do. What's that like? I mean, do you normally get the things that you go for, or would you say that it's kind of 50-50? How is it for you?
There is so much rejection.
Wow,
so many auditions, and it feels like, sometimes it feels like I will never get a job. Sometimes you go to an audition after an audition and nothing comes up, and it feels like it's am I supposed to be doing this? And then you get a job and you think, oh, that was easy. So it's so unpredictable, but it can be very, very hard and very straining to take that and not to take it personally.
But how do you keep your mind positive then? Because obviously for someone that, you know, it's your dream to do this, and then to have so much rejection. All right, I know you get the positive stuff as well and you get the jobs through, but how do you cope mentally with rejection?
Well,
although I wouldn't call it rejection, maybe it was just like, maybe not right for that particular role.
Yeah, exactly. With just having a no. Because it can be really hard to get a no after the other. And I would say I didn't cope with it for a long time. I wasn't able to cope with it. It was very, very hard. For many years I was fighting a lot of depression because you just didn't feel valued. And it was a long journey to get to the point where I actually realized that it doesn't decrease my value if I don't get the job. So the first step was just being honest and say, okay, this hurts. This is really hard, and I think I deserve the part, but for some reason I didn't get it. The next step that really kind of liberated me totally was my faith. Because if you just put your value in what you're doing or your career, it will disappoint you. And if you just think that if I get that job, I'm worth something, and you don't get it, then you have nothing to fall back on.
Nothing to fall back on,
Yeah. And I was so scared of this kind of so-called nothingness that I felt. I was so scared of just not being something, you know, not achieving that dream that I was after so desperately. And then finally I always had a faith, but when I started deepening it and really, when I found a courage to just pray to God and say, God, I believe that you have a path for me. And when I kind of just had the courage to accept that I am loved, no matter what, that just freed me totally.
And that's the thing, because when people pin all their hopes and dreams, not even on a career, sometimes it's on another person. And when that person leaves, or when that person dies, for example, it's like their whole world crumbles, because they've just based everything and all their heart and emotions and everything in that thing. It could be anything, really.
Exactly.
Couldn't it? Yeah.
And I think that we're all seeking some kind of fulfillment through something. And it's not just acting, not just art, but we all seek it through different paths. And I think it's so important to find that path that really settles you and makes you just feel that no matter what happens around you, it's okay, you're okay. Yeah. You're still meant to be exactly who you are, the way that you were created. And
so that must give you a lot of confidence in yourself as well, would you say?
It gives me peace. And maybe peace is confidence.
Yeah. Well, you look happy, that's the main thing. That's good.
Thank you.
So what about your future then, Kristina? What is it that you're hoping to do? What's your biggest dream, say, when it comes to your acting or singing? What would you say you concentrate more on, your acting or your singing? What do you?
Both. I do have an incredible passion for acting, because it's a place where the possibilities are endless. There are no limits. It's a place of magic when you start creating and you don't know what's going to happen.
Dream role?
Dream role. I think I have my dream role coming up.
Yeah? Oh,
yes.
Can you tell us a bit more? Or is it a bit secret at the moment?
It's a bit secret at the moment, yes. But yes, I think I'm kind of on that path of what I always felt that I was kind of called for.
Okay.
And I love the acting, but also just finding myself and finding my faith, and through that being able to help people. No matter if it is through acting, through doing a role that kind of captivates somebody or helps somebody in their struggle, or by just listening to somebody for a little moment, or just saying a prayer for somebody and just helping them find relief for just that one little moment.
That's great. We have to leave it there. We've run out of time.
Oh,
Kristina,
wow,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear about this role. That you've got to keep in touch with us and let us know how it's going.
I will.
Then you can come back and talk to us about it.
Okay, that's a deal.
Okay, is that a deal?
That's
all right,
a deal.
lovely speaking. Thank you so much and all the best for everything you're doing. All right, do stay tuned, because after the break, I'll be talking to Chris Brown in the Self-Development Clinic, and he'll be telling us all about how to keep your eyes on your goals.